that saddle off your bike and straighten your bike up.
A comedian from the duo The Good Liars pulled one hilarious stunt following a Herschel Walker campaign event. Also in this video, though, I'm going to get to why you should not count Herschel Walker out, with some examples of how he is appealing to people and how similar it is to Trump in 2016, at least. So first, though, let's laugh, all right? So this is a amazing moment. And the original video had a country song that's copyrighted, of course, so I had to replace that music, but I think I replaced it with something that is a little, fits the scene a little better. So watch this. All right. There you have one of the guys of The Good Liars trying to hand condoms to Herschel Walker because he's got some history and it's definitely hypocritical. So first, let me get to that before I get to why Herschel Walker, or part of why I think he is still in this race against Raphael Warnock in Georgia. But here they posted, a Herschel Walker rally can be scary. We brought protection. So, of course, Herschel Walker on his site says that he stands for conservative family values. A conservative man, a Christian man. And Christian, his son, we'll get to him in a second. But a father and a husband, Herschel knows that strong families are the bedrock of the country. Yes, of course. He grew up with a personal faith in God. So, of course, he's very anti-abortion. Extremely hardline views on abortion. He supports a ban on the procedure with no exceptions for rape, incest, or when the life of the mother is in danger. So if he has a choice, kill the mom. Kill the mom, save the fetus. Circumstances he describes as excuses. He has also repeatedly likened abortion to murder. We all know by now, Herschel Walker, in his own words, is a murderer. So he paid for an abortion. Also urged that same woman to have a second abortion that she ended up having the child with. He has 4 children with 4 different women. I don't care. Do what you want. It's his life. It's whatever. The issue is that he is trying to tell others how they should live their lives. That's the problem. That's the obvious hypocrisy here. And it is the ways that people have to tie themselves into knots to support Herschel Walker when they claim to be Christian, when they claim to care about the family values. Meanwhile, Raphael Warnock, I mean, he's a preacher. That should be the obvious choice there. But no, they're going to go with this guy who the only preaching he does is to tell you what not to do with your life, while he does that himself. And of course, his son has ripped him over these family values claim. But now let's get to this race, because he's still in it. It's 47-44 right now between Warnock and Walker. This is not over. Often, as we've seen with recent elections, many times pollsters appear to undercount the turnout for Republicans. So, based on that history, based on what we're seeing here, I think this is a very close race. Much closer, of course, than it should be. But I'm going to show you a couple of clips from campaign events here. One is one of the events that I showed that condom clip from earlier. But this is Herschel Walker speaking to an audience, and it gives you an idea of how he communicates, what he is talking about. And it may seem like a lot of bullshit, but I'm going to explain to you the nuggets within it that I think are appealing to his supporters.
Don't let them ride your bike no more, Senator. Get that saddle off your bike and straighten your bike up. You letting that president ride your bike. You doing everything they tell you to do. Hey, let me tell you, I don't dance and sing for nobody. I never have. I'm from Wrightsville, Georgia. The Lord has washed me in the blood of Jesus. So right now, I know I represent Georgia. And when I come out, I'm ready to represent Georgia today. You either like him or you don't like him, or you don't want to come campaign with him. Now he's bringing Obama down. I go, whoa, that's another one. He's coming down, but he don't even live here. He made a lot of money too, didn't he? So what is he doing? What is he going to do here for us?
All right, so I think to a lot of people that sounds like just a bunch of gibberish, but look at how he is framing himself. It's very similar to what Trump did in 2016. Talking about, which of course, especially in Trump's case, was absurd, but talking about the rich and how they're disconnected, talking about Obama coming into back, from the second clip, Obama coming into back Raphael Warnock to campaign with him. Herschel Walker's making the point that Obama's not from here, even though Herschel Walker, my understanding, didn't move back to Georgia until last year. But regardless, think of the average person in the audience that is listening to this. You have someone here who is claiming to care about people in that state, in Georgia. Meanwhile, his opponent is bringing outside help, rich individuals like Obama that are disconnected. And in that first clip, he's talking about don't let the president ride your bike, as in Warnock is allowing Biden to kind of take charge and take hold over Georgia. Now, of course, all of this doesn't mean anything like in any actual real sense, but to people listening who don't know any better, understand the appeal there. You have someone here who is running, in his mind, and what he is saying, for the people of Georgia. I represent you, not like this guy from Washington, not like this guy bringing in Obama. So this is, I think, what is helping his appeal here, because he can come off like your average guy. In some ways he is, just based on him not knowing anything about, how government works. But regardless, you have to be able, as somebody running against him, Warnock running against him, he has to be able to understand the appeal here and be able to push back against that with some actual, with what Warnock represents in terms of student debt cancellation, in terms of policies that have actually helped people in various ways. Now, of course, Biden has gone, nowhere near where he should in that sense. But there is still some things to hold on to there that he can campaign on. And abortion rights, again, I think also being an important piece there. But, Democrats right now are facing a situation where they can potentially lose the House and the Senate. The House, based on a lot of polling right now, it seems more likely. The Senate, though, also possible, especially when you still have people like Herschel Walker in these races and not being completely left in the dust. So it's just Democrats have to understand how to appeal to the average person a little better. I think Herschel Walker understands that, and unfortunately, because of that, he's still in this race.